Hello, Leo. My name is Paul, and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. And this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything that you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wow, the Fool. I love getting the Fool right out of the gate. That is some really good, really good energy. Let's put this into some context. Every time we get the Fool card on this channel, we've got to do an Jing card. So we're going to do one of these because I feel like the Fool is really trying to tell us how to be a sage rather than a fool, right? So I think that this is very important kind of time in your life right now. I think that we are, of course, trying to, we see the moon there. We're trying to sort out our reality, okay? So I wonder if there maybe were some recent frustrations, if there was something going on that's kind of wearing you out vitally, creatively, energetically, right? Something that has just been a little bit exhausting, perhaps. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And this is one card randomly from the Smith Waite. We're going to put it over here. We'll put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. Now that is the card, that goes over here. That is the card that we're not going to look at until the very end, okay? And hopefully it will tie everything together. But we're doing something different on this channel. We're trying to make it a little more interactive, make it a little more fun for you and the audience. If at any point during the reading you get an idea or a sense of what that card is, leave a comment, okay? I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into our intuition, and start discerning that card together, right, as an exercise. Now, you don't have to play along if you don't want to. And at the end of the video, there will be a moment of stillness before we reveal that card so that we can all try to connect with these energies and these images and see if we can discern that card, okay? But not yet. First, let's take our overview. We have, very cool, major, and then a major over here. We've got some fire, we've got some water, we've got some air, and we've got some earth. So it's fairly balanced. It seems a little heavy on the major arcana for sure, but also, you know, there's an abundance of the fire energy, which I think is good. This is going from maybe some frustrations to a more stable energetic position here, okay? But the first thing we have to do is deal with this Fool energy. So let's do our Jing card, okay? And this is a pack of Jing cards that contain the 64 hexagrams, which encapsulate the wisdom of the ancient Chinese sages and their connection with spirit or with source. And this is not the proper way to cast a hexagram, but we're going to do it anyway because it's my channel. Yeah, that feels right. So we have 55, abundance. Creating success. The king is present to it. Do not mourn. A fitting sacrifice at noon. I almost thought it said at moon, and then I was thinking of this moon card. So here we have 55, abundance, okay? Abundance. It says a wealth of resources, but also a wealth of choices, tasks, and demands. This is the crucial moment where it all comes together. In a time of abundance, there is no place for sorrow or anxiety. It is not the time to hide yourself away. Decide what you will do and make the practical preparations to go forward. So, what are you called on to do? And what decisions must you make right now. Okay? So that is kind of, I think, what's going on with this Fool energy. All right? The Fool is rather directionless. The Fool is kind of floating in air. It is pure air, right? The Fool needs to, I think, make a choice, needs to move forward with a plan here in order to continue the work you're doing, manifesting your best life, having the kind of life that you need right now, right? Continuing on with your will. And here's that 9. Here's kind of part of that abundance that we're seeing with the Jing card, right? The king is present to it. Well, Leo, you're kind of the king in the sense of the zodiac wheel, right? So I feel like it's really your work right now to continue creating your life. This is the 9 of Pentacles. This is the card called Gain. This is you trying to build your best life. This is you in the process of seeing progress, making progress in a measurable, discernible way. Okay? This is the goal. And we're trying to figure out the best thing to do right now to continue with this work. Just like the I Ching card says. What are you called on to do? What decisions must you make in order to do it? You have a wealth of resources, but there's also a wealth of choices. We're trying to be smart about it. Trying to be the sage and not the fool, right? And we need to continue with this work of building this abundance. But I do feel like there's something going on with this fire energy. And then, of course, with the moon here, the emotions are involved. We have the Cancer water energy and the Pisces moon water energy. Okay, and then we have water energy here too, down here. So I feel like maybe there was some recent frustration. We've been just kind of merrily going along our way here horizontally, but there's something that's lingering above us, and this is an existing frustration. We see 2 wands here at the front of this 10 of wands. Is there some kind of an issue from a past relationship? Maybe it's a current relationship. I kind of feel like it's something that's not front and center in your life anymore, but it's still like a lingering frustration, or it's come back into your life and is stirring up some trouble, right? So it kind of feels to me it's from a past relationship, some kind of a challenge there, right? Some kind of an issue that has come back up. And I think it's leading to a little bit of frustration in you, a little bit of this expansive air energy that we're just kind of, it's just become too much that we can't think straight right now, We don't really have a clear vision of the path right now because we're in the middle of this, we've got this 10 of wands kind of lingering above us on the path of the dove, right? So the worst thing that we can do right now, I think, is react impulsively, right? The 10 of wands is usually talking about trying to reconnect with source, trying to formulate a new plan, because this is just too much fire energy all at once, and it's all on your shoulders. It's all kind of right on top of you here. Okay. The I Ching card, in a time of abundance, there's no place for sorrow or anxiety. I think we're getting some anxiety, some frustration here. I think this has to do with a past relationship of some kind because of the abundance of the water elements in these cards here. Okay, we're trying to focus on this creativity, on this wealth, this gain, building. Okay, so the idea here, not to rush, not to react. We have to be more of this 4 of wands here, which this is kind of like, this is Venus in Aries, right? This is kind of taking a more kind approach, a more gentle approach, perhaps. This is being thoughtful of kind of the needs of others, right? Whereas over here on the path of the dove, we're very much trying to manifest our own will. We've got this flow of spiritual energy, the sun, the fool, the chariot, right? All related to this idea of of building, of gaining, of increasing whatever we're doing in our life. It could be you're doing something career related, job related. Could be you're building something creative, your spiritual work. Could be something at home. Maybe you're retired. This is a focus on something else. I feel like there's this past relationship, something that is causing this kind of overbearing fire energy right now. Okay. In the recent past, we see the Sun card. This could be a card that says you recently, fairly however long ago, became single. It could be that you have found confidence in yourself to go off on your own path. You have found your own orbit, your own purpose, your own destiny. And whether you're single or not, I feel like this is a real commitment to your path. Okay? This is the Sun. The Sun rules the sign of Leo. This, I think, is what you have committed yourself to. It's the spirit within you. Okay? And it is that spirit within you existing in the outside world, existing in the spirit without. Right? And in the position of your environment, look, we have this Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Discs, also called the Page of Pentacles. This is really, this is the raw material of the universe that you are using to create whatever it is that you are creating, whatever you're building. Okay? So I feel like you have attached yourself to this work. You've made this commitment. You have discovered your purpose. And you are trying to get out there in the world and build it, to find the resources that you need, to gather the materials. Right? And to do that, well, we have to get moving here in the Chariot. We have to continue. We have to be, we have to resolve whatever this frustration, whatever this tension is. So this is the idea again. What are you being called on to do? What decisions must you make right now in order to do this? Okay. Well, first, I think we need to resolve this. This is either a past or maybe a current relationship issue. There are hidden emotions here. Here's the Four of Cups down beneath everything. There's something going on here with you emotionally that you haven't quite moved on from yet, maybe. As the Four of Cups has this idea of solidity. Something's kind of frozen within you. Maybe that you haven't had any closure in this situation. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a business relationship. It could be a family thing. There are some feelings involved, though. And these are not in your conscious awareness right now. We need to bring these up and out. We need to thaw this heart out a little bit. We need to melt this ice cube and get this water flowing. We really need like a 5 of Cups or something. Because this is these are some emotions that need analyzing. There's a reason why these are stuck in you. Maybe some resentment. Maybe it's just maybe it's some anger. Maybe it's a coldness now rather than an anger. Maybe this 10 of Wands up here is starting to make you feel kind of frustrated and angry rather than just locking that stuff up and forgetting about it so that you can continue your work here, right? So we've got to get to the bottom of this. We've got to open this. We've got to open this box, right? And I think it's very similar to this 4 of Wands here. We need the closure. We need the completion of whatever is going on in this, or was going on in that relationship. The reason for these frozen emotions. We need closure. We need completion. We need to match that with this fire energy, and maybe this is enough to melt it and finally be done with it and have the closure, resolve any of the lingering issues that are here. Okay? But to do that, we have to open our heart. We have to be willing to compromise. Okay? We have to examine our emotions and how we feel. We have to be open to kind of having that conversation with the other person, in order to resolve this and get things things moving along. I like that we have the Chariot card in the future, because this shows me that you will be, that you are preparing yourself to continue on, and you will be strengthened and fortified. If we have this closure, I think the potential is even greater than it was before, right? Because now we don't have this frozen water energy. Now it's flowing into the future, which we kind of see that with the Moon card. Okay, here's the cat to confirm. It's very fitting that our feline friend will make an appearance in the Leo reading. So she's here with us today. I like the Chariot. I think this is showing that we're going to get a move on. We're going to start making progress again. Okay? And yes, it may feel like we came to a dead end, an abrupt stop, right? This is one of those barricades that says a road is closed, do not enter. This may have really stopped us in our tracks. But we can get through this, and we can get our Chariot moving again. And I think we'll be much better off having finished this thing up, completed this cycle, get this closure, resolve this lingering frustration, whatever these frozen emotions are. Let's get it moving. Yeah. So the next card then is the Princess of Pentacles, or discs, the Page of Discs, and this is in the position of the environment, the position of timing. So this is also telling me that it's time to it's time to learn, or it's time to employ a new tactic here, right? It may not feel so comfortable for you to open your heart and try to be kind and be nice and do the kind of Venus and Aries thing and reach out to this person to have this closure, or to offer the olive branch, or to try to do the right thing, especially if they're maybe acting with a bit of a Ten of Swords, a Ten of Wands, not a Ten of Swords. It may be difficult for you to not get angry by their actions, right? Not to be angered by what they do. Keep your own composure and be kind and be open to resolving this conflict for your own sake, especially, So the Page of Pentacles does suggest that we may have to employ some new and novel tactics here. And I think once we do that, we're going to be in a position to make even greater progress, right? To create this reality that you're creating, to be happy with what we're creating. See, we have this 9 of discs. We're building this thing, but if there's this lingering fire and water energy like we see on the path of the dove, I don't think you're really enjoying the process as much as you could be, right? And I want to see you happy. I want to see you very, very happy. Now the next card. This is the Six of Swords. It's in the position of what we don't want, right? And sometimes this is a compromise, not necessarily a compromise with the other person, a compromise with ourselves. This is our heart and our mind in unity, in unison. But it's what you don't want. Or it's the obstacle, or it's the challenge, because I think maybe your heart is still has this kind of frozen anger, right? But mentally, intellectually, you know that, okay, I need to get through this situation and wrap this thing up so I can make this progress and I can be happy doing what I'm doing. So there's this disconnect between your thinking and your feeling, okay? And I think we need to resolve that. We need to examine our emotions first. We need to get this water flowing, right? We need to melt that frozen, angry ice cube, and that way we can do what logically we know needs to be done for our own sake, for everyone's sake, but so that we can get the Chariot moving. Now, the Chariot moving is also very much a card about melting that ice cube, because this is that Cancer energy. This is the cardinal water energy. It's about letting your emotions out, not keeping them frozen and pushed down beneath the surface. Let them out in a safe way, in a safe place, right? But we can't keep them locked up and frozen, because that's preventing us from making progress. All right. Now, the final card on the path of the serpent is this moon energy. Now, the moon energy to me shows that you're very, very close to making a new reality for yourself, right? There's a big, big change coming. And that's what we see here, this abundance, a wealth of resources, but also a wealth of choices. See, this is the wealth of resources. The wealth of choices is how we're dealing with this current situation. And we need a solid plan. This is also the card of a plan, right? How we're going to navigate this situation. So rather than being pure air, undifferentiated, no direction at all, now we have a plan. And this is the card that we need. And where we're headed after this, it might still be a rather dimly lit future, right? You may not know exactly what this reality is going to look like, but you know that it is a really, really big win, a big shift in your life. I think you're right on the cusp of a new reality. And I think that new reality must have a resolution to this issue, so that this 9 of Pentacles can have maybe like a 9 of Cups with it. So that you can be building this reality and feeling at ease, feeling joy, feeling happiness doing it. Because there's something now that's keeping your emotions locked up. Okay. So I like the Moon card. The Moon card to me still shows a little bit of uncertainty. It maybe shows the danger of moving into this new reality without doing the work of the path of the dove, right? Without doing that. With doing it, if we are able to do it, then this spirit that we feel is going to be the sun at the bottom of this card that illuminates this future. And it's no longer dim. Now we have a clear vision. Now it is beautiful and magical and vivid and alive, rather than being this kind of dark thing that we see. So the Moon card has its double meaning here. It is a very important change just on the horizon there. We have to make sure that we're completely prepared and ready to move into it. Okay, so I think we need to deal with this mystery card now. This is the moment in the reading where I'm going to ask you to try to look at these images, feel the energies, try to connect with the cards. Let's see if we can raise our vibrations, tap into our intuition, and discern the meaning of this mystery card. What do we think it's going to be? Well, I think it's going to be that water energy that we need to show that this 4 of Cups ice cube has been melted away and we're living our best life and we're enjoying our best life. I really want a 9 of Cups, but I would take a 3. I would take a 5 even right now. I'm not even going to be too picky about it. So if you want to play along, you can pause the video. I'll switch the cameras back to this. You can pause if you want. We'll have a brief moment of stillness. If you don't want to play along, or if you're driving or something, that's okay too. You know what my guess is. I'll let you put your answers in the comment section if you wish. And now we can look at it. Let me do it this way. Well, it's upside down. What do we have? It's the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. This is exactly what we need. See, we need to create our new reality, but we need to be happy doing it. We need to be connected, right? We need to get the emotions flowing. This is the perfect combination. We're creating our best life. We're living our best life. This is an active, energetic function card, right? It's us in the process. It's us doing. And this is us feeling, right? We're not in a feeling. We are feeling. We're feeling it, right? We're feeling what we're doing. And this is what was missing, I think, because it's been locked up down here. This is really nice. This is really beautiful. We're going to take a little bit of a deeper look in the extended reading. If you would like to stick around, click either above or below in the description box. Yeah. New readings for Leo come out every Tuesday and Saturday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Yeah. I want to thank you for watching this reading all the way through until the end. That really does help out the algorithm. And for some reason, it's not being very kind to us right now, so we need all the help we can get. And I appreciate you. Remember, Leo, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you, and I love you very much.